I'm so excited to show you this new music sheet craft. So I'm just using a smaller canvas board and a smaller sheet of music just to show you for this project. But you can get the larger size music sheets that I get in a large book, and I will post the link to that in the description if you want to follow that link and get this vintagey Christmas music. There's a bunch of different sheets in there and it's great for all kinds of projects. So I'm just taking my flat canvas board first and I'm going to put a coat of Mod Podge on the bottom of it, so the base of it, and just put one pretty good even coat, and then I'm going to take the back of the piece of music sheet and I'm going to put a coat of Mod Podge on that as well. So I have skimped before and not put that Mod Podge on the back of the sheet, and I feel like there are certain parts that don't get coated and then it's just so much harder in the long run to try to seal it after the fact. So this is why I do it this way. And then you will have excess. With all that said, you'll have excess. So I just feel like it's best to take my finger, or you can put a glove on, and get all the excess out. And I just rub it all in and make sure it's flat. And then I will come back with the paintbrush and smooth it out again. So the Mod Podge marks dry pretty smooth. So I'll come back here with, and I'm just using like a flat paintbrush, but you can use a 1-inch or whatever you may have around. Just make sure it's clean. And then once that is finished, while it's still wet, you don't want this dry for this next part, we're gonna do a cinnamon rusting technique. And we're gonna lightly, gently shake a little bit of the cinnamon around the edges. So as you can see, I got a little bit on the edge, but that's okay because the fun part is that rust kind of goes where it wants. It mostly goes on the edges, but it'll give that natural look to it. So if you do get excess somewhere like I did on the bottom right, that's okay because you can work with it later and you'll see at the end how cute it turned out. So then I take the Mod Podge and do another coat. So just a side note here, I have a separate cinnamon jar that I don't use for home cooking, but I use just for my crafts. And then I have a separate bottle of Mod Podge because I dip my brush in it, and that's my cinnamon Mod Podge. So that's just kind of a side thing that I do just to let you know if you have different Mod Podges too, because some I like to keep clean. So then once this is completely dry, I'm going to do the painting on it now. So right now we have our music sheet and our cinnamon rusting coat. So I'm going to do a cross in the middle. It is Christmas time, but crosses are great for any time of the year. And if you want to draw this out first, great. And I'm just using a darker brown. You'll be able to see the blog post that's also going to be listed in the link to find out all the colors and details if you want to copy the same thing. And then I'm putting a little bit of white in the middle of the cross. And I always like to add a little color because it adds depth and like a real look to it. So I'm just using a little bit of white here. And then I'm going to come back and I'm going to make a wreath. This is just adding a Christmassy greenery feel. And if you're Catholic, we're the start of Advent season on Sunday. So you can even add candles to this. I thought would be cute at the end. But right now I'm just doing a really pretty green wreath, and I'm taking different colors of greens because it brings life to those leaves. So again, if you want to draw this out with a pencil, if that's easier to draw little leaves out and follow it, that's fine too. But I'm just kind of working my way around with those couple colored leaves. And once I get to the very end, I'm going to show you how I put a red bow around it. But like I said, if you wanted to add a few purple candles, you can. I don't know if candles would really be hanging off of a cross, but it is a cute idea. So once I have this done, I'm going to take some of my red. You can see my messy paint tray. It's got all kinds of paint colors on it. And I'm just drawing a bow, so it'll add that Christmassy feel. And this is just pretty simple. You can, again, draw it out, but I'm using a lighter, just a regular red. And then I'm taking a little white in the middle to give it some character. Or you can take a little black around the edge of the ribbon. You can do that too. And then I'm taking black and I'm just going to finish off the cross. And I'm just going to really make the cross ends stand out. Sometimes I don't know this until I'm finished with the painting, what needs little touch-ups. So if you ever watch my painting videos, you'll see that I kind of mix around, and that's why, because sometimes when I'm looking at it, I feel like, okay, it needs a touch here or there, which I'm sure you can relate. So once I'm done there, I like it the way it is. You can even see how the cinnamon rusting technique is heavier on the bottom right, and that is completely fine with me. I really like the look of that. But I had in my head the beginning of the project that I wanted to do some sort of a Christmas Bible verse. So I took this Bible verse and printed it out just on Word, and I printed it out on my label paper so it's a little bit sticky on the back. Behold the Lamb of God. This is John 1:29, and then I'm going to take some Mod Podge and glue that on the back and put a coat over the front, and then take my cinnamon again because it's kind of a stark white, and I'm taking my cinnamon again and just lightly putting it on the edges. And as you can see, I tore it, and I didn't cut this Bible verse out because I wanted it to still have that rusticy look, and those not perfect edges kind of went with the theme, and I just put it right over the excess cinnamon on the right. So this looks cloudy, but once it's all finished and dry, it looks so pretty together. And I put it with my little church ornament, and you can put this in a frame. You can make larger sizes, and I love these so much. I will be making a lot more. So grab your music sheets or follow the link and stay tuned for more. Thanks for watching.